good. It's really great. Colby interview was your most boring vid I can remember, respectfully. Thank you. I appreciate the $5, dude. I didn't trash him and ruin every chance to interview every fighter ever. You have a parasocial relationship with me and you want to keep me to yourself and stop me from being able to talk to fighters. I get it, dude. I'm sorry. But it was quite dull at some points, but I thought it was a decent interview. We got into the Jones stuff. It was all right. Thank you for the $2. You guys always hate the interviews, but everyone who watches them in the comments and stuff love it. But the most active members in chat hate anytime I do an interview. Every single time, actually. Same, other than the Till interview where we just talked about random. Everyone has hated every one of all the most core members of my chat room live that are here every day without fail. Other than the Till one, they've all hated every interview. That's strange. Everyone else seems to enjoy it, but I thought it was all right. Not the best, but it was all right. First girl interview will be Gillian Robertson or Kayla Harrison or something. No, I don't think so. That was it. Yeah, there you go. Let's have a look through the rankings. What female fighter could I interview? What about Zhang Weili? That'd actually be quite adorable, would it not? I can just so see that. Starting an interview with Zhang Weili and hello, Zhang. It'd be like talking to her children. You know what I mean? Talking to a child. And what did you have for lunch? Oh, ham sandwich. Was it good? Yes, yum. You know, and then we'd move on to it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It could be a cool interview. You never know. Hello. I'm sure she would say I was handsome as well. Handsome. She's 35. I know, but she's got that adorableness to her. Loved the Colby. Oh, another revenue stream. That's all I need, right? Come on, dude. I'm not trying to milk you guys dry. You guys, listen, here's the way I see it, chat. Abdulaziz definitely did shady deals with USADA, yeah. I'm torn on merch. I'll be real. You guys have an economy as a fan base. You will part with the money that you want to part with, and you will keep the money that you want to keep. I don't want to just add on another thing because the money that you're going to part with, you have parted with towards me. And I don't get the point in like merch, but I guess you get something physical back for the money this way, which is a big thing. But yeah, Guru mate, we need Shaolin Hardy video, mate. Maybe over the holiday. We got 4 weeks off, so I'm gonna have to get creative somehow. Fighter you personally don't like / won't interview. No one. If I don't like them, I probably wouldn't interview John Jones at this point because But if it was offered, I would have to it wouldn't be an interview, though. This is the thing. It would be like a confrontation over Zoom. You know what I mean? It wouldn't really be an interview. So, yeah, I'd have to if John Jones ever offered, but it would not be an interview. It'd just be like an immediate confrontation between the two of us. Maybe for the month break, you can jelk for us. Very good. What's your diet looking like? Good, looking good. Keep it up. I'm doing well with my... well, I'm not. I've been stuffing my face over the past few weeks, but I'm back on it now. We Gucci, yo. I kind of crashed out after the Tom versus Jones fight week. Once I go so hard on the channel for a week with the streaming and this and everything's going on, dude, I need to separate from the virtual consciousness that I have and just exist eating and breathing for a bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing all right now. I had salmon and egg this morning, and I'm going to have some chicken wings and beef and egg tomorrow. Should I take Guru Mask to 311? Photo with Mike? That might be a good move. Thank you for the $2, dude. Will be good to show that there actually are some MMA Guru fans in real life rather than just lurking on the corners of the internet. You know what I'm saying? Would be good. I know it's out his brother for it, but hey, me and my brother are a bit like the Gallaghers as well. So I hear it. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $2. Why are you simping Colby after talking all that shit? I haven't talked that much shit. I just said, why is he so inactive? He's wasting his prime. He's not the same fighter anymore. Those are pretty logical takes to have. I haven't really trashed his personal life too much. It's not like he's done anything too reprehensible that I've gone after him for. You guys are fucking losers, dude. I'm trying to have interviews with UFC fighters. If I just trash all of them straight away into every interview, I'm not going to get any interviews with UFC fighters, man. I'll do my videos, and if they're okay with my videos, seeing me trash them, then I'm going to keep trashing them if they need to be trashed. The interview with a fighter is not going to stop me going after them in the future if they mess up at some point. You know what I mean? Covington, it can't hit a woman, and then I don't ever say anything bad about it because I interviewed him once. I just need to do an interview. You know what I mean? I can't just immediately go after him as soon as he joins the Zoom. Bro, what do you think about Jack Shaw's retirement? I actually spoke to Jack Shaw on Instagram today. I messaged him just saying, you know, big fan. Hope everything goes well in the future. And he said he was a fan as well. So shout out to Jack Shaw. But yeah, I feel like it's bittersweet. Obviously, you want to see him keep fighting, but if he's set and he doesn't need to fight, and he doesn't think, I mean, really, a lot of people are in the game to either be the best or go home. So I don't mind it. If he doesn't think he can, I'm not trying to gaslight him by saying, oh, you don't think you can be world champion, and I get it, but I get it. Not everyone has to stick around until they're fucking knocked out 4 times in a row, and you know, and then they retire, or they're forced out of the sport, and then they're fighting back on the regional scene afterwards. Like, Jack Shaw's made some money. He's won some fights. He won in the UFC. He had a good run at bantamweight. He can leave the sport if he wants with everything intact. No CTE, no massive injuries. Seems like a good life. He's got his gym. Congrats, Piggy, on first and last Colby interview. He's going to be pissed when he sees your Buckley interview. Lol. Yeah. Well, he knows I've done the Buckley interview. But yeah, Buckley did trash talk Colby quite a bit in the video. And it's not like I stood my base for Colby. So, you know, it is what it is. Could you do a mixed Molly Whoppery impression? Just really grind everyone's gears, buddy. The son of the original G. You're a hypocrite, mate, gambling promoter. I never said I wouldn't promote gambling. I'm a big fan of financial natural selection. If you're retarded enough to blow your money gambling, then I don't think retards deserve money. You can have fun gambling. You can cover your drinks on a weekend gambling. You can, you know what I mean? I do believe that. Like, I don't think I'm that bad for that. All big gamblers quit before they win it big. True. You can gamble responsibly, y'all, and have a good time doing it. Everything in life is a gamble when you think about it. Which is true. Like, retards don't deserve money anyway, so if a retard's going to put his entire life savings on a bet, good. Get him out of the gene pool. I hope you don't have kids. We need to stop protecting people from taking themselves out of the reproduction chain of our communities. Honestly, dude. If they're going to make the mistakes, they need to make them so we can become better as humans and evolve. When's the last time? He's like 800 kids deep at that point. Thank you for the $2 Australian. Vanderlei and Mir signed to GFL. Slow-mo fights now. Right, let me read this out to you, chat. Top 50 most fighters who have signed with the GFL, this new fight league. First of all, it's never going to be a success. It will be a fun gimmick for a few events, but I will not care about this because they're all just retired fighters and UFC rejects. So let me read you all the names that have signed to this new fight promotion. It's Fighters League. It's going to go absolutely bust. It's another thing that Ariel's rallying behind that's going to absolutely burn money down the fucking drain because they're not starting a promotion from the ground up and actually trying to keep their fighters like KSW. Either way. Or Ryzen. But now Ryzen's now shilling for the UFC, but KSW is not. It is believed Jesus was a Middle Eastern man. Thank you for the $2. Anyway, Tyron Woodley, Fabricio Verdum, Anthony Pettis, Alexei Olenek, Junior Dos Santos. These are all that have been signed to this promotion. Woodley, Verdum, Anthony Pettis, Olenek, Junior Dos Santos, Hector Lombard, Luke Rockhold, Ilia Latifi, Abubakar Nurmagomedov, Vanderlei Silva, Alexander Gustafsson, Thiago Santos, Andre Arlovsky, Lucas Martins, Gabriel Souza Galindo, Kevin Lee, Frank Mir, Bean again, Amir Khan Alikudayev, Charles Rosa, remember him, Alan Belcher, Jeremy Stevens, Marlon Moraes, Benson Henderson, people forget, man, Guto Innocente, Gegard Mousasi, Carolina Owarzitz, Husima Palhares, Francisco Trento, Kilis Motta, Greg Hardy, Rafael Cavallo, Lance Palmer, Emilio Sordi, Bubba Jenkins, Philip Hawes, Phil Hawes, the Chini one himself, Rebelis Despain, Marcus Perez, Raymundo Batista, Andre Sukumtar, he's back. Pedro Cavallo, Cameron Else, Jimmy Rivera, he's back. Jesus Christ. Tanner Bosa, John McDessie, Felipe Lins, Sydney Outlaw. That's actually a decent signing. Will Brooks. Will Brooks is back. Will Brooks is back, dude. Andre Harrison, Jan Cabral. Lot of big names, dude, but in 2025, I know on paper. I know Anthony Smith's burner account. In big 2025, it's just giving desperation and a failed business 100%. You dig? Impression of Trump calling Addison. I thought it was decent. Not the best I've done, but it's Colby, you know. You can't get the human back and forth regular convo out of him, you know. What's Buckley's next fight if he loses on Saturday? Ian Gary rebook. That's what I would do. They're both not that highly ranked, so they could both do it if they're both coming off losses. Thoughts on the new league, GFL? I just read out all of the names. It will be fun to watch and find out about the highlights on Twitter, but they have grossly overestimated how much people actually care about these retired old rejects from the UFC and former so-and-sos. Like, we will find out what happens on Twitter the next day. Well done, burning more money. You're not going to compete with the UFC unless you build an organization from the ground up and have your own prospects as fighters that everyone's talking about. A promotion needs to build an event around prospects and legit fighters and pay them what they should get. And then the conversation will be, you know, there's a 30-0 guy in so-and-so organization. I actually think he could do well against the UFC guys. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do. 1488 for life. Name them or bust. Okay, chill out. Stupid young MMA IG. I watch because the grass grows. I'm time for millimeter and because Umar disrespect because I retarded. I don't know, some shit like that with Merab. I don't think Ilya is for real going to move up. Thoughts? Me neither, dude. The UFC is going to tell him to pack his fucking shit in and fucking fight Diego Lopez. That's what they're going to fucking tell him. I do agree with him, though. Fuck the Volkanovski rematch. He shouldn't have to fight Volk in a rematch. And I don't want it to happen anyway, for Volk's sake. Who's with me on that? If his next fight is Volk in a rematch, I absolutely understand him wanting to leave the division. It's bullshit, dude. Lopez next. And then do Volk versus Evloev for a title shot. I don't want to see a Volk rematch, dude. He ain't been in the fucking cage for ages. And he would lose. Who would win in a street fight? Tom should go ahead and fight Garn in the spring. IMO waiting for a John fight to materialize seems like a good way to end up sidelined for a while. If he gets pay-per-view points, he may as well defend his interim. True. I think so as well. I think honestly, Tom Aspinall should start standing his base against John a bit more and say, I'm not going to get strung along by this guy and waste my prime. If he ain't signed the fight by March, I'm fighting Garn. That's what he should do. Because if he does that, the UFC might have to just make it undisputed, yes or no. What do you think about that one, chat? In 4 months, if they haven't booked the Jones fight, they will have to just make him undisputed if he chooses to fight Garn next. It's because fighters just tell the UFC how tall they are and how